Congress workers staged a protest outside Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan's residence this morning. Because they were protesting against the suspension of 25 Congress MPs. We're seeing parallel protests by the Congress party, one inside the house and second on the streets of the capital. We're being told that these protesters were packed up by Delhi police personnel and sent away after they staged a protest outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence. Let's get a word from Preeti Chaudhary, who's with us on the phone line. Preeti, describe to us the pictures on our screens. Congress workers being packed off by Delhi police personnel.
Well, we need to put it in perspective. Of course, security still continues outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence about 10 minutes ago. A group, not more, and not more than 150 at best from the Indian Youth Congress workers. They came, they congregated outside and they started to protest. Of course, at the back of 25 Congress MPs being suspended by the Speaker. They did go on to protest for about 10 minutes, and when they started to breach barricades, that is when the police opened the water cannon for about not more than 2 minutes. That did quickly disperse the crowds, and they were packed off in DTC buses. They were about, it's quite interesting because it seemed the Delhi police did overestimate the numbers because there are about 10 DTC buses, and all the Youth Congress workers which were here were packed off in one DTC bus and then taken away to the Tughlaq Road police station. They've been detained for some time there, but right now things back to normal. The traffic is flowing fine. However, like I said, heavy police continues. Heavy policing of Sumitra Mahajan's residence continues. It's been barricaded, and it's been the case ever since yesterday when the call to protest in front of Sumitra Mahajan's house was made by the Indian Youth Congress workers.
Absolutely, Preeti, and this is basically a pressure tactic by the Congress party, even as we're seeing silent protest inside the Parliament complex. Youth Congress workers also staging a protest outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence.
It's a multi-pronged strategy. Look at it, Sydney. Right inside the Parliament, of course, the protest did go on, but in the wake of the massive tragedy in Madhya Pradesh, the train tragedy, of course, the scale of protest was taken down a few notches in Parliament. Even, to be fair, outside when we were waiting for the protest to begin outside the Congress headquarters at Akbar Road in Delhi, till about 11 o'clock, people who were gathering didn't quite know whether they had to actually go and protest. They were waiting for orders from higher up because of the train tragedy in question. However, because the clarion call had already gone to the cadre, and even then, so the crowds, they said, did not accumulate as per the numbers they had wanted, primarily because there was a rethink in the morning to carry out with the protest or not. But having said that, about 150 Indian Youth Congress workers did march the 200 meters from the Congress headquarters. It's not much distance. It's both Sumitra Mahajan, the Speaker's residence, and the Congress headquarters is on Akbar Road. It's about a distance of 200 meters. The 150 workers did march all the way to Sumitra Mahajan's house, and about 50 meters before her residence, the police had put barricades. They did wait. They did tell them that you can carry out a silent protest. You can even slogan if you want for some time. They did give them that 10 minutes. It's only when the workers tried to breach the barricades did the Delhi police use water cannons, and not more than 2 minutes. And the crowds were very little, so we're not talking more than 150 odd people. Right. However, for those 5 minutes, there was...
and Preeti, we're getting live pictures from outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence. Violent protest there. Policemen packing off these protesters onto buses. Preeti Chaudhary also they're reporting that there were close to 150 Youth Congress workers who staged that protest outside the Lok Sabha Speaker's residence in the capital. They marched from the Congress headquarters to Sumitra Mahajan's residence. We're seeing parallel protests by the Congress party, one inside Parliament complex and a second one being organized by Youth Congress workers. Congress basically adding pressure, putting pressure to the government, asking for revocation of that suspension of 25 MPs. We're getting reactions from some of those protesters as well. Let's take a look.
पुलिस भी दरिंदों जैसा व्यवहार कर रही है। हम आतंकवादी नहीं हैं। हम देश के लोगों की आवाज बुलंद करने के लिए चुने हुए सांसदों को सस्पेंड किया है। उनकी आवाज उठाने के लिए यहाँ पर आए और जिस प्रकार का इनका व्यवहार है, ये कुत्तों से बदतर हमारे साथ जो बदसलूकी हो रही है। पुलिस के कर्मचारियों ने, मैंने कहा, यहाँ पर आतंकवादी को और लड़कियों को रेप करते हैं जो लोग, उनकी रखवाली के लिए पुलिस नहीं है, लेकिन मोदी के दरिंदों की रखवाली करने के लिए ये पुलिस वाले अपनी वर्दी का गलत उपयोग कर रहे हैं। जब तक 29 सांसदों को बहाल नहीं किया जाता, वसुंधरा राजे सिंधिया, शिवराज चौहान, सुषमा स्वराज इस्तीफा नहीं देती, तब तक संसद नहीं चलने देंगे, संवैधानिक पद का गलत इस्तेमाल नहीं करने देंगे।
Youth Congress workers also echoing sentiments of party leaders, saying that they will not allow the House to function till the suspension of that 25 MPs is revoked. Also asking for the resignation of Sushma Swaraj for her involvement in the Lalit Modi controversy. Sushma Swaraj also tried to make a statement in the House last week, but couldn't complete her statement due to ruckus by opposition MPs. What we saw in Parliament today was Samajwadi Party, JDU and left leaders also joining ranks with Congress workers, Congress MPs who were staging a silent protest inside the Parliament complex. Preeti Chaudhary is with us on the phone line. Preeti, Congress's offensive comes even as we're being told that the government is looking at revoking that suspension.
Well, Sini, the Congress is going to try and milk this opportunity to as much as it can at this point of time. What really did was a setback for them in the morning because they wanted to go full throttle with protests not just in Delhi but across the country as well. But was that massive tragedy in Madhya Pradesh. It did throw off their pants a little, but they still have gone ahead with the protest. So it's a multi-pronged strategy. They want to protest in Parliament. They want to protest outside. They want to use this as a political point. They want to make that point, give very little elbow room to the BJP. Even at a time when the Congress is mulling revoking the suspension, for them they will treat it as a political win.
Dramatic pictures there coming from outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence, where Youth Congress workers staged a protest this afternoon. We're seeing heavy deployment of security forces. Police also being forced to use water cannons after Congress workers jumped over those barricades. Preeti Chaudhary reporting there that 150 Congress workers landed up outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence. They staged a march from the Congress headquarters to the Speaker's residence. Delhi police being forced to use water cannons after some of those Youth Congress workers tried to jump over barricades that had been put outside the Speaker's residence. They were later packed up and they've now been taken to the Tughlaq Road police station. We're being told that they have been detained there. They were packed off in DTC buses. Now the street protest taking place even as we saw ruckus inside the House as well. Despite the suspension of 25 Congress MPs, no business was allowed inside the House. Opposition MPs continued to raise slogans against the suspension of 25 Congress MPs. We're being told that regional parties like the Samajwadi Party, BJD and Trinamool Congress have started back-channel negotiations with senior government managers, but the Congress doesn't seem to be making any effort to reach out to the Speaker. We saw silent protests outside the House, which was attended by Congress President Sonia Gandhi, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, former Defence Minister A.K. Antony, Rahul Gandhi, the Congress Vice President and many other prominent Congress MPs. These protesting MPs were joined by other opposition parties as well, including the Samajwadi Party, BJD, Trinamool and the left. Preeti, I'm being told that there's a third protest that's also expected to take place today, again organized by the Congress Party.
You're right there, Sini. Like we pointed out, it's a well thought out strategy. They know they've sensed blood and they're going to go for the kill. That's what they want to do, and that's why various protests have been organized, and not just in Delhi. We're getting word because we were speaking to somebody from the Congress headquarters, one of the Youth Congress workers who's spearheading this movement, not this movement, of course, this protest outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence, and he said that all Youth Congress workers across the country have been told to agitate. Now, in the wake of the massive tragedy that we've seen in Madhya Pradesh, the scale of these protests have been toned down, but they are going to carry out these protests because, like I said, they've sensed political blood and they want to go and draw maximum political capital of this particular issue. When the BJP will concede, if they does revoke that suspension of the 25 MPs, they want to treat it as their win, their political win.
Absolutely dramatic pictures there on your screens. Youth Congress workers staging a protest outside Sumitra Mahajan's residence. The Delhi police being forced to use water cannons to disperse crowds. About 150 Youth Congress workers marched from the Congress headquarters to the Speaker's residence. The government has formally maintained that the decision to revoke the suspension of 25 Congress MPs lies with the Speaker and that it has nothing to do with the ruling party. Even as that statement was made by the government, we're being told that back-channel talks are underway between senior government managers and regional parties like the Samajwadi Party, BJD and Trinamool that are trying to act as negotiators. Congress President Sonia Gandhi, though, issued a statement saying that no attempts are being made by the government to break that logjam inside Parliament. A silent protest was organized this morning by Congress MPs. Preeti Chaudhary, it's important to note that regional parties are trying to play mediator. The Congress refusing to come to any negotiation, arrive at any negotiation with the government. We're being told that parties like the Samajwadi Party and JDU and TMC are acting as mediators between the government and the Congress.
Even yesterday it did happen, there were mediators which tried to broker peace, that at least the House starts functioning. And that didn't happen. The Congress is refusing to budge. Look at the kind of agitation that we have seen. Look at the kind of people who've come out and started, making a point. Yesterday we had no one else, but we had Sonia Gandhi, we had the Congress President, the Vice President Rahul Gandhi and the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh all come out together and make that statement, making it very clear that they are not going to budge from their stand. Yesterday you had Sonia Gandhi who said that the suspension of 25 of her MPs was a taint on democracy. Now, just from that, Simi, our viewers can get a larger understanding of the stand taken by the Congress party. Clearly, they know that this is an emotive issue. They want to garner as much political capital from it at this point of time. That's the reason why we can see these massive protests taking place, of course, inside Parliament, and what we just saw about 20 minutes ago outside the Speaker's residence. Now, the BJP in this question, the government in this question, clearly has little political elbow room, because even the mediating parties, there are a lot of NDA parties who have sided with the Congress, alliance partners of the BJP who have sided with the Congress in all of this. So very little political elbow room for the BJP. They will have to concede. The suspension will have to be revoked, and once it's revoked, it will be political capital for the Congress. So they know it and they are building on that.
Right, and Preeti, even as the government faces an offensive by the opposition, we're also seeing voices of dissent from within the BJP. Shatrughan Sinha has issued a statement saying that he feels unhappy about the developments in Parliament and the expulsion of 25 MPs, including one or two who were not even present inside the House. Now, this is something which this is a statement which has been made by Congress MPs as well. They're saying that the suspension is unfair. Also statements from common citizens that we managed to get yesterday, where people said that a democracy should allow voices of dissent as well. There's no reason to suspend MPs.
Well, you're bang on, and look at it, because this is, the Congress right now wants to make it an emotive issue. They want to draw as much political capital from it, and it is very clear, because if you look at it, the kind of leaders who are coming out and the kind of support they are getting. So the Congress knows that it's a big point to play on, not just from alliance partners of the NDA government, not even, like you mentioned there, Simi, Shatrughan Sinha, members from the BJP coming out and saying that what happened was wrong. So the BJP right now, the government in no place but will have to revoke the suspension of these 25 MPs. The Congress on its part refusing to budge, and for them this will be a big political win, perception-wise as well.